the masculine, and this side is the feminine. And we will see how the energy from the masculine flows into the feminine and vice versa. And we'll pull an outcome card for that later on. First card for the masculine is the Initiate. It seems like the masculine right now feels like he's starting over. He has everything that he needs in his little bag there to start anew. And he knows that he has things to learn on this brand new journey, but he is willing to learn. So, the next card is the Queen of Cups. Right now, the masculine, divine masculine, is feeling very vulnerable and is ready to receive love. For the first time in a long, long time, he's finally using his heart over his head, as we can see from the Queen of Cups here. She's sitting on the statue of a head, and it's making her feel very vulnerable. But the Divine Masculine is now in a position wherein he's overridden logic, things that don't make sense. But for some reason they do. They do make sense. Because if you look at the bigger picture, which the masculine has just begun to look at, and he's trying to put together all the synchronicities, all those improbable things that happened between the divine feminine and himself. So he's trying to make sense of it all, and it's leaving him in a very vulnerable position. And the Soul card, during this time when he feels like he's starting over and he's learning to be vulnerable, the lesson for the masculines right now is that he has to trust. He has recently discovered his intuition and is now receptive even to the guidance of spirit. So this is what he has to do in the next week. He has to learn how to trust his inner voice, his higher self, the messages that Spirit is giving to him. And this flows over to the feminine, whose lesson is humor. Right now, the divine feminine has to focus on the lighter side of life. She has to see humor in all things, the brighter side of things. She has to look at the cup as half full, not half empty. She has to learn how to find joy, especially since she's been feeling worn down by this twin flame journey. And that's why she's seeking the guidance of Spirit. She's parting the veil to see what Spirit's message has in store for her. And this card signifies that the divine feminine is coming into her power, not just in the third dimension, but also in the fifth dimension. She's coming into her gifts, whether that be healing, whether that be reading, divination, or healing other people, or just seeing what the bigger message is beyond what you can ordinarily see. And that's very serious business, so Spirit is telling us to have a sense of humor about it. And here she's mirroring the divine masculine, who on the other side is the Queen of Cups, but over here, the divine feminine is the King of Cups. She's very well balanced in her emotions. She's mature, meaning any sense of desperation before, of frustration that this hasn't come yet, she all knows that divine timing is behind it, and that for certain times, there is a certain time for everything. There's a season for everything. And she goes with the flow, like those fishes. She follows her intuition. She follows her intuition and goes where she's prompted to go. That's because she's no longer as insecure as she was before, as fraught with worry as she was before. So that's a lot of improvement for the divine feminine. And here, from that kind of energy, this leads us to the Strength card, which means that the divine feminine is this card usually means reunion. So from a position of being calm, of being level-headed and even emotionally balanced, this is prepping the stage for a reunion with the twin flame, with her divine masculine. And strength also, this strength card also indicates patience. As you can see, she's feeding the dragon. The dragon is a mythical creature which breathes fire. And not a lot of people can just approach dragons and feed them like this feminine does. But because of the purity of her intent and her purpose, even if the divine masculine hurts her at times because of his actions, his words before, she continues to move closer. In that aspect, she's brave and she's strong because she knows that love is her protection, and that even the divine masculine, no matter how defensive he is, as we can see from the dragon scales, they're very hard, like armor. She still comes near him and nurtures him. If the divine feminine right now is not in contact with the divine masculine, then she does this energetically by healing herself, she heals him. By nurturing herself, she nurtures him. It's a symbiotic relationship because you're twins. So what you do to yourself, you do to your twin. And from an emotionally balanced place, the divine feminine is doing this. Next, we have the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands indicates, this is a twin flame card. It indicates marriages meeting on common ground. As you can see, there's two wands there signifying 1111. And the divine feminine is ready to meet, the divine masculine is ready to meet the divine feminine. So, all in all, what the divine feminine is feeling this week is she's preparing herself for the reunion, and I think she's preparing herself in the best way that she can. This is all leading towards this union. And even if this is serious stuff, it's the advice of the cards is to have a sense of humor about it. And that just means that despite the journey, the twin flame journey being difficult and hard, filled with ups and downs, you should try to find the bring some joy into it. Not a lot of people know that you're on this journey, and not a lot of people will understand what you're doing, the lengths you're going through to make this journey. So, whatever you're doing, even if it's as simple as making yourself a cup of tea or just walking in the mall, this card is saying do it with joy because it raises your vibration and it spiritually attracts the divine masculine towards you. And after this humor, we go into trust. And so, despite not seeing the results of your work yet, the results of how you've incorporated both the divine masculine and divine feminine within yourself, because eventually, when you merge inside your inner divine feminine and divine masculine, the next step is for the divine masculine externally, if you're a female, and of course, vice versa, to manifest. And for this, the divine feminine needs trust. You can't just go on giving up at this point because this spread, the part of the divine feminine, that's a pat on the back saying that you're on the right track. And even if you don't see results at this time, you have to trust. And that flows into the divine masculine as, see, as long as you trust the relationship, as long as you trust that there is a future in this relationship, the divine masculine, who is now open to receiving messages, he's going to fight for it. All those beliefs, all those passions that do not resonate with him, he's fending them off at this point in time because he knows what he wants. And if they don't resonate with him, whatever he's being offered, he's going to protect that relationship. That's a thing with trust. When you trust another person, the other person feels it and then acts to be worthy of that trust. So, this is what Spirit is telling us to do. If we trust our divine masculines, he will feel that and he will actually defend the relationship from other people who doubt, from other people who are trying to get him back into his head. He's already come out of it, and he's digging deep into his heart chakra and feeling from there. So, after defending that, the divine masculine goes on to see that this relationship has something of value. He wants to build something of value out of this relationship. And this is also a twin flame card. You can see from the man and the woman, there is a child holding the pentacle. And for me, this card signifies the third energy, the spark, the God energy, the Christ consciousness that twin flames generate. You can see the ray shining on the little boy there. And that's going to be the result of the relationship. So, we have that. And While this is where the divine masculine wants to go and realizes where he wants to go, at least this week, he goes back to being the initiate, to seeing if he's got everything he needs on his journey. So, this week, that's what we have. So we can see the flow of the energy from the masculine starting, being vulnerable, learning how to trust, and in this journey, finding the humor in things. Because look at the divine masculine, and in this humorous journey and finding joy, he realizes he wants a partner. He wants a partner for real, and not just any partner, he wants his divine feminine. So the stage will be set for the reunion after patience, and then he goes into his energy of being the King of Cups, more enlightened because of that reunion, and then going back here, trusting, defending, and then building a relationship that's of value. For the divine feminine, it just swirls like the infinity circle. So these are the energies that are surrounding both twins. For an outcome card, let's pick something for this week. Okay. Let's pick something for the outcome card. There you have it. In between, we have, in between the divine masculine and divine feminine, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which represents fate, destiny. This relationship has been arranged from the beginning of time when we both decided to volunteer and incarnate into several lifetimes and to separate with our twins. But now this Wheel of Fortune is turning, and that will be the theme this week. You will find that things aren't as stagnant anymore as they were in the previous weeks. There's an energy of newness, of freshness, of starting over, and starting over in an enlightened way with a new perspective. Because right now, you're trusting in what lies ahead, even though you don't know all the details. You're not as, how do you say it? There's no longer that urgency to know all the answers, where all the roads lead to. And it's saying, enjoy your journey. Even if you don't know all the answers of now, you do know that you will get together with your divine masculine or your divine feminine. So right now, we're being told to coast. The Wheel of Fortune will be turning, and it will start turning this week. So watch out for signs, synchronicities, be receptive of them, and just continue. If you are the divine feminine, just continue on sending love to your twin, nurturing your twin, and keeping the divine masculine within you in balance. As you can see, both twins, they're balanced already, and this is what this week is ushering. Find joy in whatever you're doing and trust. Trust that it's coming because it will. And I think that's a very nice message for twin flames this week. Thank you for watching my videos, for liking and for subscribing below in the description. So take care, everyone, and Twin Flames, keep sending out love and light. This is Yael, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.